This video shows you how to fill Annex D, the calculation log for expected energy savings and/or renewable energy production, to allow for an understanding of the figures provided by the applicant in the application form. You can find the template for this Excel spreadsheet on the Eucf website under Calls, Application Process, and then scroll down to Full Application. Here you can find a table that contains templates for the annexes that you need for your application. Please note that this file is mandatory and it needs to be filled in English language. The annex is a crucial part of your application because it estimates the total energy savings and/or renewable energy production generated by the investment project. It also calculates the associated CO2 emission reduction of the planned investment project. In the first step, please read the instruction sheet carefully. This tab provides detailed information on how to fill the template and describes each requirement of the calculation log. You can also see in here that there are 3 different types of cells. The white cells are required to be filled by the applicant. The gray cells allow you to select from a drop-down menu, and the light blue cells provide calculated results. In the calculation log, beginning with the left column, you are asked to indicate your investment sector. At the very bottom of this column, there are some white rows so that you can add other investment sectors below in case they are missing. In relation to this, you need to insert the respective investment component that identifies the actions and measures planned within the investment project, which will result in energy savings or renewable energy production. On this slide, you can see some examples in red. Let's take a look at the residential buildings as the investment sector, and in this example, we are planning a thermal insulation of buildings. We add the measures and activities into the next column to describe the investment component. The following 2 cells are gray ones. So we have to select from the drop-down menu the type of energy saving measure and the energy source to which our investment component corresponds. Hence, in our example, we choose optimization as the type of energy saving measure and heat and cold as our energy source. Again, you can use the white cells in the column to indicate further sources to those provided in the drop-down menu. In the next step, we indicate the estimated final energy consumption before and after the implementation of the investment project in columns F and G. Please note carefully that in case specific values cannot be determined yet, please provide approximate values. Please also make sure to always use the correct units, which is gigawatt hours per year. The spreadsheet then calculates for us the energy savings in the light blue cells. Let's move to a different example. In case your project includes a substitution of the current energy source, for example, a fossil fuel source with renewables, please expand the section Substitution of Energy Source by clicking on the plus sign on top of the spreadsheet. Then indicate the new energy source to be used after the project implementation. In this case, state the energy consumption before and after the substitution of the energy source in columns J and K. Please note that in this case, columns F and G that I've shown before should be left blank. The generation of renewable energy from new sources should be included as an individual investment component in the calculation log, and the expected production should be stated in gigawatt hour per year in column M. With this spreadsheet, it is also possible to easily calculate the CO2 emission reductions to be achieved by the investment project. For the calculation, the respective CO2 emission factor of the energy source employed must be provided. In the aforementioned instruction sheet, you can find different reference sources of CO2 emission factors. We suggest downloading the Covenant of Mayors for Climate and Energy file and go to Annex 1 on page 35 to find the default emission factors. Please make sure you then convert the emission factor value to the correct unit as gigawatt hours are used in the spreadsheet. To end up, you can find the final figures resulting from the calculation of the energy savings, renewable energy production, and CO2 emission reduction in the summary sheet. Make sure to insert the numbers of the dark blue fields in the EUCF application form. And do not forget to fill in the identification data of the applicant. The EUCF team wishes you good luck.